I got nothing, man. I got nothing on no name. No, straight like that, though.
Mike Wilmer.
Ain't got nothing for no nothing, new.
It is. Won by the Lakers. Ball to James. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. Rising for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
He throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
To Ball. Almost, but no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
LeBron James, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Russell into the front court. They trail by 2. Shot from the lane won't go. LeBron with it up top. He'll run the offense. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Russell with it up top. 10-6 our score. To Hollis Jefferson. Kyle Kuzma sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He struggled so far. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Kyle Kuzma sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game. Los Angeles mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Working hard on the glass. Tyson Chandler with the block. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
Baseline drive. Finishing inside the paint. blocked on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's James controlling the offense. Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
JaVale McGee rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Allen Crabbe. Off the mark. Here's Rondo with it. His team on top by 13. It goes down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. To Dinwiddie. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. JaVale McGee knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Footer at the buzzer, and it's no good as time runs out on the first quarter of play. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie into the front court, trailing by 15, and he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Hollis Jefferson. To Dinwiddie. Layup goes down. Well done.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. To Josh Hart. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Tyson knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Dinwiddie defended by Tyson Chandler. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Spencer Dinwiddie at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Can't convert the free throw. To Josh Hart. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
The assist from number 24.
To Kyle Kuzma. Cashes in for 2.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Brooklyn's got it. To Hollis Jefferson. Nice pass to set things up.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's rebounded by Brooklyn. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Maybe a message was being sent there. I'm just not too sure what it was.
Tyson Chandler swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Goes to the right side. Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Another follow. No good.
2 minutes left in the
From the outside, no good.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
And he'll go to the foul line. Spencer Dinwiddie. He's got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. First free throw is good.
number 2, Lonzo Ball.
Goes 2 for 2. Does it for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the 2nd round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, Ed, this team is on their way.
Nets have the basketball. JaVale McGee with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Add 2 points to the board. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Substitution being made in this one. To Hollis Jefferson. And counted at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Down by 15. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Oh, Lonzo Ball. 3 for 3 in this first half.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. Late heave to beat the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Lakers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Bench points.
The Brooklyn Nets are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
LeBron James put together a highlight reel of dunks in the first half. At this point, the defense is trying to avoid showing up in any posters.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Jay, D'Angelo Russell, former #2 pick. He can be special. What's your prognosis for him?
Well, he has a chance to own Brooklyn this season and own New York City. Look at the signs of growth this young man has had over the last couple of years. He went through that situation in L.A. He came to New York. It's a matter of time before you feel like D'Angelo Russell or D'Lo will take this game over.
To James. Stuffs it down with authority.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
I got him.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. LBJ with it. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
DeMarre Carroll at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. Misses the first. Missed the second one as well. To Kyle Kuzma for 3. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Kuzma to Ball. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Russell into the front court. Down a bundle. And a throwdown. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Brooklyn with the basketball. D'Angelo Russell with the 2.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Stuffs it down with authority.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Jay, there is no question the Nets have a long-term vision, and they are not breaking away from it.
That vision starts with Sean Marks, who's the GM of this team, and what he was able to pull this past year was pretty much a miracle for the Nets in getting rid of Timothy Mozgov's contract for $16.7 million. He's been able to create so much cap space for this Nets team that Brooklyn now is becoming a destination. People are talking about Brooklyn rather than the New York Knicks.
D'Angelo Russell trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he can't convert the free throw. To Caldwell Pope. has a look.
Knocking him off balance.
Tyson Chandler, huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lonzo Ball, looking good, 4 for 5.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Russell, textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Because leads can evaporate quickly.
Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
To James. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Russell against the great shot blocker Chandler. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Here's LeBron for 2. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Russell with it up top. His guys down big. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
D'Angelo Russell, couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. JaVale McGee lays it in.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
To Davis. Trying to cash in. The shot no good for Davis.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
To Allen Crabbe. JaVale McGee snatching it out of the air. LBJ. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. 15-footer at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter with the Lakers in command. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. Short jumper off the mark. Count the basket at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Deep two there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Nets have it. Lakers come up with it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Rondo with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Dinwiddie. The pass set it all up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Time to shuffle things up. To Davis. Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys hold a commanding lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. It's Brooklyn's ball. To Davis. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ed Davis at the line. First try, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Ball to James. Caldwell Pope. Rebound taken in by the Nets. Shot from the lane won't go. Nice pass to set things up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
It's James controlling the offense. To the rim, lays it up and in.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Nope. First one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Kyle Kuzma. James. Lonzo Ball. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Davis. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LeBron James gets a look. Can't hit. Brooklyn's got it. Cruises inside for 2.
What I like about Spencer Dinwiddie is that he's a worker. I remember he got hurt his last year in college at Colorado, still decided to take a chance on himself, went into the draft, got drafted 2nd round, and now I see him still defining and refining his game.
To Hollis Jefferson. Has a chance. Bullock can't connect. The follow won't go either. Ed Davis pins it. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Here's LeBron for 2. And he buries it. To Hollis Jefferson. Jumper's good.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Oh, Lonzo Ball. He's now shooting 5 for 7. Long key from 3/4 court. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers put on a show in a blowout. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Defense. player of the game.
The chosen one was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Brooklyn Nets. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way, baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I live a wild life, don't judge me. In the lobby, walk in the room, then leave with the that ain't my fault, they want me. I ain't the same guy when I was 14. I was trying out for the ball team. High school crush was ignoring me. Oh yeah, now me. Now I'm on the road. Shorties on my shores. Saying I'm about to. I'ma talk, cause I ain't finished yet. True be told, yeah, I been a man. Still gon' love me when the fan. Are you? Oh really now? Aight man, let's get it done. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way, baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. You know I gotta give them what they ask for. Like Tupac spitting out of tabloids. I'm Will Smith hanging with the bad boys. Get it, don't with where I'm from, they never had much. Waters and crackers when they had lunch. Everyone quick to do it. No giving like 5. Still got a heart of gold, so don't let me go, cause I'm here for you. Oh, Akon flow like it's 06. To my whole fam, please don't trip. Dub Mo's at it again. I'm a dog, but I'm no. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way, baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way, baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me.
Yeah, I'm busy, but I got no time for that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone. Run it on the bus. Leave me alone. You gonna what? Leave me alone. Run it on the bus. Leave me alone. Yeah.
K-Sports. The Hornets secure the opening tip as they get the basketball first. We're underway in Charlotte. Passed it off. Throws it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in a game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
LeBron James has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Hornets have the basketball. Walker. Whoa! What a finish!
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Ball to James. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here comes the screen. That's what you want. Kemba Walker with the 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kuzma gets it in the right corner. Baseline drive. Nice finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. A couple of cracks at the line now.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Cody Zeller at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Ball. Lonzo Ball. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Lamb against Chandler. To Kemba Walker. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LBJ has it. Marvin Williams with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Offensive board. Kyle Kuzma able to recover with the block. LeBron into the front court. They trail by 1. Fires the 3. Oh, LeBron James. Not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested 3.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
James to Ball. Cody Zeller, huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Kemba Walker lays it in.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
James into the front court. Down 2. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Kemba Walker, defended by Tyson Chandler.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Almost unlucky bounce. LeBron with it up top. All tied up, 13 apiece. Oh, had him going there for a second. Cruises inside for 2.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Parker into the front court. Down just a couple. Rises for the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And he'll head to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Charlotte with the basketball. Parker to Miles Bridges. Here's a chance from long range. He took the bait and he hits.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. To James. LeBron James. He's now 4 for 6.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Lakers have it. McGee powers it through.
Good finish, good finish.
Desperation shot here from half court. 1 quarter down. The Lakers have the lead. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Charlotte basketball. And Jay, they call the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
To Miles Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. LeBron into the front court. Up by 6. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
Now a timeout coming here from the Hornets coach as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. JaVale McGee pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. JaVale McGee sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This just blows my mind. The lane was so open. It almost looks like the offense was trying to make the layup even more difficult than what it was. They look bored out there.
Driving right to the basket.
Oh, out there looking like the Kembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Shot by James off the mark. Shot from the lane won't go. Across the timeline comes James. His team leads it by 10. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Hornets right now in possession. Brandon Ingram sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
And here's a next-level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
To James, beyond the arc for 3. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
And they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Walker. And it's Ball crashing in for the rebound. Fires the 3. Not that time. He misses. To Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Ball into the front court. They lead it by 14. Lonzo Ball. 3 for 3 in this first half.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Add 2 points to the board.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Tyson Chandler snatching it out of the air. And count the basket. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
He's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Batum to Parker. And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Tony Parker, a couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Rondo with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Deep left corner. Short jumper stays out.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. To James. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Parker with it. Trailing by 14. Nothing going here on that drive. Batum defended by Tyson Chandler. Going to launch beyond the arc. That misses with 3 seconds left. First half comes to an end. So far, it's been all Lakers.
The Lakers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Walker with the basketball. 14-point deficit. It was right there. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kemba Walker at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play. And the lead down to 11. To Kyle Kuzma. Gets to the basket and scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Walker buries it on the catch and shoot.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
And the basket good at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Walker into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. To Batum. And a putback slam.
There you go, big fella.
James to ball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. Hornets at the controls of this one. Layup goes down. Well done.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
LeBron into the front court. Up 6. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. Runner's good there.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Walker. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Count the basket at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guy's down 11. Has a chance, and the Lakers have the rebound. To Caldwell Pope. From long range. Not going down here. LeBron James. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. And the finish. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
New blood coming in for both sides. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
For 3. That's rebounded by the Hornets. Walker with the basketball. The deficit now up to 13. No good. Another shot stays out. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
2 for 2 on that trip. Hornets have the basketball. Walker. And the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
James. Rondo. Off the mark. No good. Walker into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Finish that. 15-footer at the buzzer. That ends the 3rd quarter with the Lakers in command. Hornets with the first possession here in the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
That's out. Last touch by Tony Parker. James. Missed a wide open look. Parker into the front court. His guys trail by 13. And throws it down.
And easy to get back on defense.
To Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. Charlotte with the basketball. Lakers come up with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Slam dunk.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Caldwell Pope. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
James into the front court. The lead is 15. It's no good. Great defense.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Charlotte basketball.
Here we go. My ball.
Can't miss those. To Caldwell Pope. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Now the Hornets take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Hornets right now in possession. Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
They're probably going to take another look at that one later, but it didn't look good live. Luckily, no one got hurt.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Kuzma to Ball. Kuzma to Ball. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Nick Batum with a piece.
Ooh, he blocked that with authority.
Miles Bridges. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys hold a commanding lead. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And scores. Strong take.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Add 2 points to the board.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Nikola Batum. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
It's good. Count.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Reggie Bullock trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Hornets at the controls of this one. In a flash, scores at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Brandon Ingram tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Lets it fly from long range, and the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Trying to cash in and strokes it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Jeremy Lamb at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. From 18 feet at the buzzer, the Lakers get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Lakers were solid in today's victory. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being so aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Charlotte Hornets just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. The Hornets got their points scoring from these guys on screen.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
LeBron James could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Charlotte Hornets. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the smack. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Look, I laid down the game.